Sonjdradeluxe. Can I get a hell yeah? Today we're gonna do this wear the present that we're bringing to the holiday season type of glam. Wears well with the mask. Focusing on eyes and using colors maybe we haven't played with too much. Getting into that holiday glittery season, even though low-key mine's probably gonna be on Zoom, and if it's not, I'm probably gonna show up in my pajamas like I'm wearing right now. But if you wanna see how to get this look, please stay tuned. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go into my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. We're just gonna start. Already got my foundation done and brows, and I'm just gonna push that into my crease. You know, it's so funny, sometimes when you're doing videos you have to restart. I just had to redo my eyes and a bit of foundation because I was using this palette. I'm not sure if it's because I was sweaty, because I was kind of running around trying to do my makeup, but it just was separating. And I don't know, sometimes that happens with me with certain palettes, like it just goes blotchy, and I know it's good quality, or I think, but it's like maybe the heat from my face just separates, so I ended up just taking it off. We're gonna do a different palette that I know would never play me. That is a palette also that I haven't used before on my channel, and I'm gonna use colors I normally don't use as well. So I'm gonna go into the well-loved pAtMcGrathLabs Mothership. Oh, is this the first one? Damn, okay. Going into the first one. So right off the bat, let's just jump into some color. I'm gonna go into this brown shade up here. We're using the OG Mothership palette. And I'm just going to hook that along my crease line that we just did with the Makeup Forever bronzer, which is what I use normally as my transition shade because I kind of blend it into my nose. I've done this technique before where I'm just trying to cut my crease in a way that's flattering, pulls up the eyes. I'm really making holiday about the eyes because I don't know about you, but I will probably be wearing a mask if I see anybody. Yeah, a lot of my friends live out of town too. And you know what's so cool? Speaking about family and stuff is that I just want to say I really appreciate that you guys give me so much love on my cooking videos because it can feel a little bit isolating culture-wise in Vancouver, even without the pandemic, because we don't have a huge Jamaican population here or even Caribbean population, and it was just like brought me to tears because I'm so nervous like posting cooking videos. It feels like I'm doing it, you know, videos for the first time again. Just like when I started doing makeup tutorials, I exclusively did voiceovers because I was so nervous doing it that I couldn't explain what I was doing and then also do my makeup confidently and then also serve a look. So same thing with this, with cooking, like I'm trying to cook food and do it confidently, like I'm showing a tutorial on how to do it, but then I don't feel confident about it. And literally that video was such drama. My last one, I like burned myself here, I cut my finger, my camera fell onto the hot pot when I was filming. I freaking cut all those Scotch bonnet peppers. When wiped, don't even think I touched my vajay, but I fully got spice on it and it was like burning, and I was just like, this is too much drama for one video, but it's great to have that challenge. What made it all worth it was all of the comments that I had below. People telling me that I remind them of home, reminded them of their family, or other people in the Caribbean, how they cook those food, even people from Pacific Islands, how they eat similar root vegetables and breadfruit. It was just super cool, and it made me feel connected in a way that I didn't know I needed. So thank you guys so much for the encouragement on the cooking videos, making Jamaican food and stuff like that. It really means a lot to me, and it makes me feel connected in a way that, like I said, I didn't know I needed. Anyways, sappy sap, I'm going to move on to doing my makeup, but literally every time, well, both times I've posted a cooking video and I see your comments, I literally like freaking cry. First time I was like bawling because I was so happy, because I was so scared and you guys were so supportive, and this time I was just like tearing in my eye like, man, this is the connectedness I need right now, and I think we could all use a nice warm hug. Anyways, let's get into this. So I'm just deciding here if I want to go silver or green. I'm going to go into black, neither of those colors. I'm going to go into this color here, and I want to hook it on the bottom, creating a bit of shape. This brush is a bit big. Very confident today. Let's go into a smaller one, MAC 239, and I'm just going to push it along like a eyeliner. Pull that out. That's what we'll be doing, and It's also cool too with the cooking videos because people are not really wearing as much makeup because you can't go nowhere, and it's nice to have fun and be creative and share your art through cooking, because cooking is art and I think it's like such a love language. So do have people that you can cook for, that's giving out love. If you cook for yourself, that's self-love. So any way that you could promote self-love, I'm all about that stuff, you know. Now this line doesn't need to be so perfect because, sorry, I'm going in between food and makeup because I'm so excited about it, but I mean, let's just chat, why not? We're here. But I've actually gotten really interested in learning about cooking because it's also a really nice excuse, not that I need one, to go and see my mom, drop off some food for her, and that's like cook luck, but I'm just getting really interested in food. I got this book called The Flavor Bible, which shows a lot of like great pairings for flavors and foods and just freestyle cooking. Whenever you're doing a recipe, it's supposed to be a freestyle vibe session, not following it to the T, because climate affects how it works, and you know, your ingredients, the ripeness. For example, I used plantain in my last video and it was almost black, so super ripe. It also is very green, and the way that I cook it based on ripeness is so different. If it's super green, cut it thin, make it into chips. If it's super ripe, cut it thick and make it into delicious snacks. Sorry, I can't interchange like this. I'm just out here talking about food while I'm trying to beat my face to go nowhere. But anyways, let's go into this luscious olive shimmer color. I'm gonna go in with my finger to start because I just want to see what we got. This is such a beautiful color, and I'm letting it kind of drop into that black shade. You can touch up the black to kind of bring the body back, but whenever you're doing shimmers, sometimes it can be hard to get depth in, so it's really, I feel like, beneficial, not so much important, to add a little bit of shape with some matte shades and even going over to combine them so you get a bit of dimension with your shadows. This color is beautiful. I never use colors like this, but I really like it, and it kind of changes and moves with you. Do you guys care that I talk about cooking while I'm doing my makeup? Because kind of will talk about food all day, and just in case you don't, let me know. And also there's so many, well, you know, sometimes when you ask a question to a large group of people, kind of, well, see what the majority is, and then you also see what sounds best to you or works the best for you. So if you'd like me to keep it super separate, then also let me know. Second channel might be a thing. I don't know. I feel like with the way things are, like, you just kind of have free game to do whatever you want. Just look black a little bit more. Okay, cool. I might just snatch that up in a minute. Straighten this out a little bit more too. Yeah, looking like the present that we're supposed to bring. I seem to be the queen of letting my camera not film me lately, but what I was explaining was you can really change the shape of your eyeshadow and not even care about how good of a job you're doing by using concealer after to change the shape. So I've got my concealer on a brush similar to a brush that you'd use to like snatch your brows, and I've just angled it quite high up to create a whole new shape. Now I'm doing kind of a rough shape because, again, going back to our other holiday glam video, we used a pencil to kind of change the shape of our eyes, and I want to do that again. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Master Pigment Pro Pencil Super Black, and over our black eyeshadow I'm just going to fold this line a little bit so we keep our shape a bit, and I'm just going to take that brush end and kind of blend it in while we still have a bit of time, it will dry, and letting those sparkles blend into it, keeping it away from our very lash line, or close to our lash line. But we use that black eyeshadow as kind of a guideline. Just blend it out. You can go in and clean it up a little bit more. Concealer works as a great way to remove makeup too, so if you make a little boo-boo or something. So again, I'm just pulling it up really high, very snatched. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of like a blue cast from the black eyeshadow. So to kind of minimize that, we can just wiggle it down and blend it so it's not as obvious. Also just gonna take off the end there. So you have a nice, very angled eye. And I'm gonna just touch up the concealer in the inner part of my eye here as well with the brush, just so it's extra bright. And I'll give that a few bounces with a beauty blender. Such a beautiful color. Next, I want to contour my nose. So I have the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, the one we used earlier, and I'm just going to drag that on the sides of my nose. Just give a little snatchy tack. right down. This is a MAC 227, I believe. Very fluffy. I almost prefer a firmer brush now, but this is what I grabbed. It's OG. I'm gonna do the tip of my nose just to kind of round it out a little bit. Oh yeah. Now I want to go back into that palette, and I'm going to go into this color here to do the inner corners of my eyes, but I'm going to touch it up another color in a minute. Inner corner, bottom inner corner as well. And I'm going to go into this shade that kind of reflects pinky. I'm going to go over top of it. I forgot to be real. Okay, I'm going to take my MAC Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish. Same as always, snatch the jawline, or snatch the cheeks. Give us some warmth. Same thing around the hairline and neck. I'm gonna go into my Hank & Henry Beauty Luxe and Touch blush. I'm gonna go into the blush side. Kind of a peachier color. Rosy up my cheeks a bit. Kind of like a cream powder hybrid. Yeah, this reminds me of old school Sonj. Alright, now I'm going to go into the highlight part lightly and just go on the highest points of my face here for a little sheen, a lot of sheen. Center my nose, above the brow, above the lip. I'm also going to take the Makeup by Mario Master Matte's Brightening Pencil in Light 1. Whoops, let me just make sure it's not too sharp. Fill in my waterline. I hate watching people do that, and I hate doing it on camera, but it looks good. Because I have to make a facelift. And then, let's be real extra. I'm going to take the smallest hinty wint of that beautiful green we used on our eyelids and just drag it along the lower lash line really tight. And what I like too is that the black that we use is almost picking up hints of the green and is giving us like green eyeshadow or darker green eyeshadow vibes. Cool. Give us a little powder. We'll use Patrick's powder. Okay, lashes. So I'm gonna take some of my Huda Beauty, yeah, mascara, and I'm gonna go into the curl and length side. Give myself a nice little cloud on the top. So this side I have a scar right here, so it always trips me out with my eyeliner because I'm like, when I do it up that high, because it looks uneven. Might as well do it on the bottom too, while we're here. Most of it, and that bit of white or light color in the waterline is going to draw the eyes open. A little bit of twinkle on the bottom will make our eyelashes look longer on the bottom. I'm going to take my baddie bee lashes and hashtag baddie. I'm going to wiggle those on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to throw that ass around on a beach right now? Yeah. Yeah. Give them a little pinch to secure them. I'm gonna get into some cork lip liner. Fill in the cube as well. I always like to round out my lip cupid's bow. Eyes go a little bit inside on my lips so they don't look crazy. If you want to touch it up, you can take your snatching brush. Okay, cool. And I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Unbutton. Why is this like my favorite one? I don't know, I always be forgetting the name. Mix that in. Oh yeah, we're friggin' ready. Let's take off this headband and see what will work well. Alrighty, so that completes the look. This is what we did, you know, just using green for the holidays or whatever. I thought I'd use a color I never really used, so I had fun with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. Love yourself, stay pretty, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.